It's the 504 on My 54. Now, here's Sheba Turk.
Health usually isn't the first thing that comes to mind when planning out a menu for carnival season. Many of us head straight for the canned and processed chips and snacks that can last all day on the parade route. But health and wellness expert Julie Fortenberry is also a dietitian, and she's here today to show us how to do Mardi Gras the healthy way. Thanks for being here, Julie.
So glad to be here.
Now, first we have to cover this because, you know, people in New Orleans are laughing at us. Healthy and Mardi Gras don't usually go together.
Not usually.
But you say they can.
And it needs to, because carnival season is so long. We celebrate not just one day, but for 2 weeks.
That is a good point. So it's not just about throwing the diet out the window for a day. You're right. People are going to parades for weeks.
Right. And if we indulge for that long, obviously we see some consequences, usually in the form of weight gain, which we're not looking forward to. So just some easy things that we can do differently no matter how long your season is. And I think it's about making wise choices when you can, and then enjoying the ones that you can't make a healthier choice for.
Okay, great. So our show today has been all about preparation. They're saying prepare, be organized, and you're saying the same thing when it comes to your food.
Exactly. If you go in the parade carnival idea with a plan in place, both for on the parade route and when you get home, usually you're going to make better choices. I find that when people prep and actually try to plan ahead, they do really well.
All right, very interesting. So you've brought some stuff that would be good and easy for the parade route. All right, let's go over some of the stuff you brought in.
Okay. Well, first of all, a lot of people tailgate different, or parade in a tailgating way differently. Maybe they bring their grill, they might bring the crock pot, they might just throw stuff in their pockets and whatever fits they take.
Right.
So with that said, there's some different ideas that you can do. If you actually do have the grill, definitely think about bringing some leaner meats and vegetables, maybe chicken kebabs or shrimp kebabs, throwing those on the grill. That way you can kind of enjoy them throughout the day, and they're very filling. If you bring a crock pot, you can make a healthier chili with lean ground beef and some beans. You could also do a healthier red beans and rice with brown rice. If you're not bringing your cooking methods and you want to just bring an ice chest, I love things like this that are easy prepared. This is just a chicken salad, healthy crackers, some cheese, and some grapes. So this is something you can throw in the ice chest.
Okay.
You could also do sandwiches that are made in advance and keep them in there, so when you get hungry later, you can just snack on those.
I love that. So you are being very practical about this because we didn't want to scare people away.
Right.
You're saying eat the foods that you like. There's just a healthier way to do it because everybody loves to eat red beans and rice. So you're just saying bring them out to the parade route in a crock pot.
And you most certainly can learn to make them healthier if you wanted to. And if they're not the healthiest that you would like, then just have a little bit of it. Enjoy a smaller piece.
Okay, and what about people with kids? Because that can make things a little bit more difficult.
Well, you know, I notice with kids, if you prep it and have it ready for them, they're going to eat it. So if you showed up with a vegetable tray or a fruit tray and it was there and it was in front of them, they're usually going to eat it. If you show up with the potato chips and the things that they may sit and snack on, they're going to eat that instead. So if you have healthier options, I like the vegetables with the hummus or the salsa, or if you made your own Greek yogurt dip, those are fabulous. I also really enjoy freeze-dried fruit.
Okay.
So instead of it being dried fruit where they add the sugar to it, they technically just pull the water out. So all that's in there is strawberries and bananas. And they're kind of like
all that added sugar.
Right. And they'll munch on those like it's potato chips, but ultimately they're not getting all the sugar or the fat, and it's something that they could enjoy.
I love that, and crunchy, and you're right. If you give it to a child, they're going to eat it.
They do.
All right,
is the case.
We have to tackle fried chicken because it's one of my favorite parade foods, and I know a lot of other people in New Orleans love it.
Well, you know what, as a dietitian, people tell me all the time, I only eat fried chicken one time a year, and this happens to be my one time, and then they pretty much say, so leave me alone about it, which I'm absolutely fine with.
Okay, so you can eat it.
If it's your one time a year that you actually enjoy fried chicken, I would say go ahead and have it and don't stress about it.
All right.
But if you want to go healthier, you most certainly could go with the rotisserie chicken, which again kids love because it's a texture thing, it's softer, and then ultimately it's very filling because it's a lean protein.
Okay, I love that as well. And then of course for Mardi Gras, alcohol comes into play.
Yes.
With a lot of the celebrations.
Yes. And again, the situation is because it's all day long, that's a lot of drinking, it's a lot of calories.
In a row.
And you're right, it could be weeks in a row. So what I'm suggesting, what I always recommend when you are drinking alcohol is one drink, one water, one drink, one water. It's going to keep you in the game, it's going to keep you socializing and and enjoying being around the atmosphere, but you're not going to consume near as many calories if you balance it out that way. And ultimately, it helps with hydration, that helps with the hangover. So the other side of it is that whenever people start drinking during Mardi Gras, a lot of times it's a high-calorie beverage like a daiquiri or a mixed drink like a Hurricane that has more calories in it. So I brought LaCroix water, which is just a natural sparkling water. So it has no artificial sweeteners or no sugar. It's calorie-free. A lot of people enjoy this as their mixer because a lot of times the sodas and the juices, if you're doing that all day, end up to be a lot of calories and a lot of sugar throughout the day. So if you tried something like a sparkling water that was calorie-free, again, it helps pace you, but it also keeps those calories lower. I also like LaCroix a lot for a non-alcoholic beverage. To me, that's just classy to have instead of a soda or something. It gives you a variety.
Right, Julie. It sounds a little fancy on
flavor.
you. All right, and then we have the king cake.
Again, one of these that it's hard to say no to.
Yeah, we're not going to.
Especially this time of year. What I encourage people to do is be mindful of your portions. These calories add up very, very quickly. And they also, it's the sugar calories that make you feel rather terrible later in the day. So if you're going to have king cake, which we all do this time of year, be aware of your portions and try to have a smaller portion. I always recommend cut the width of your thumb, slice down, and that way you can enjoy it. Something this size along your hand, that's a little too big.
Okay, gotcha. Well, we are out of time, but thank you so much. Some great advice there. And for more healthy eating tips, you can visit Touro.com.